Just thought I would do a quick update as we have some pretty intense energy at the moment with this lead up to the full moon eclipse on 26th of May. So it's a total lunar eclipse and it's in Sagittarius and it's a blood moon. And so there's been all these feelings arise, these inner thoughts and processes. You will have probably been undergoing restless nights, perhaps not sleeping well, or insomnia, a vivid dreamscape, lots of mental thoughts and things processing within and around you. You may have been feeling agitated, curt, and it might have come in and out in cycles, but at the same time there might be some consistent sense of, for lack of a better word, intensity really just covers it all. So what I want to really outline at the moment is I'm feeling that some people are being hard on themselves. I'm feeling a lot of emotional energy within you, a lot of internalization. Some feelings of, it will be different for each person. For some people, it will be regret. For other people, postponement, as in the feeling that they're either postponing their feelings, putting it on hold or at bay, or that something in their life is being postponed. And I don't necessarily mean that as literal. It could be, but it can also be metaphorical, or meaning, what is it that you're putting at bay? What is it that you are putting on hold yourself, or whether life is doing that or society is doing that for you, and then it's a hindrance and a block to you. For other people, there's these intense emotions that have been coming up. I'm feeling some people go into fight or flight responses, anxiety, feeling of uncertainty, and any feelings that are coming up can either be looked at and processed and healed, or if you're pushing them down and trying to ignore them, you'll find they keep coming up. So it could be that at night when you're trying to sleep, these thoughts are coming up. It's like you can't escape it, or during the day. So if that's the case for you, it's sitting with it and working through it and really getting ready to release that. When I talk about releasing, it's never ignoring, because we have to look at, accept before we can heal, renew, and let go of. And that can be difficult when especially some old pain's coming up. You know, this is a blood moon, and it made me feel into the idea of blood as in ancestral blood, as in your DNA, as in any wounding that you have from your family, parents, or your lineage way beyond your generation or your parents' generation. So both or all. So have a think about that too, and what's coming up for you. What are the repeated cycles, the karmic cycles, the things that just keep feeling like they're on autopilot repeat, and that you feel that cycle you can't step out of? Because when you see and witness that, there is a chance to step out of that cycle and to allow it to sort of spin off to orbit, and that you're not in that box anymore. That is a challenge for many people, because it takes some intuition and recognition and internalization to the point of actually turning and shifting it around and doing something about it. And when I say intuition, it doesn't mean that you need to have a great degree of psychic ability. It is just your personal internal knowing, what you know deep within inside you. Everybody has that. What you know, what feels real to you and true in your heart and on a soul level. Also, as we are in the midst of Mercury retrograde, as one of many, because there are other things going on too, such as the Saturn retrograde. So this is about remembering that if you feel like someone has pressed the pause button on your life, or you're being on hold, as mentioned prior, that you can't seem to get ahead, that you feel the opposite of thriving and striving, know that it's a process and cycle that we are in right now, and it's about hibernating into yourself, withdrawing, retreating, in order to find answers and gain clarity, and to just finish off anything that's sort of being left hanging, so that you can then move forward. This is the first of a couple of eclipses, because we have another one in June. So in that time, we're really sandwiched between them, and you might not feel like a door has opened or that light is coming in until that process has sort of gone about. But I'm here to remind you that we do indeed have a light, and there is a torch being shined upon us. I keep seeing that clairvoyant image that I'm given of a hard hat that someone wears when they're rock climbing or cave exploring, and it has a torch and a light on it. And the reminder there is that you to stay strong. That's the hard hat. Stay strong as you're going through this. You can do this. You might feel you have a resilience. Yes, it's time and time again. I know we've gone through this, and sometimes you feel like I've had enough, but more is coming, okay? And more good. We're getting there. We're getting through the sludge, and we will get to the other side. So just hang in there. If you've been having difficulties or dramas, I just heard. So for some of you, there's a bit of drama going on around you. So try to shift out of that so that you can get a higher perspective. There is no perspective to be had within the drama, within the intensity. It's stepping out of it. And if that means going for a walk or locking the door, then that's what you are to do. Hang in there. There is an end in sight. Just keep your focus and your vision on knowing that there is that light at the end of the tunnel, and you do need to be in the train going through the tunnel in the process. And that means going underground, deep into your subconscious mind, into the lower aspects. So you need to go down in order to go up.